Good morning, children. I hope you all are fine. Yesterday we have studied about human reproduction. Today, let us discuss about reproductive health. In this chapter, you will be studying what is reproductive health, what are all the problems and strategies to improve reproductive health, population explosion, what are the problems associated with the population explosion, and how to control population explosion by using different birth control measures, medically terminated pregnancy, sexually transmitted diseases, infertility, causes for infertility, and how to overcome infertility by the use of assisted reproductive technologies. So these are all the points we will be studying in this particular topic. Now first let us learn what is reproductive health. The term reproductive health refers to healthy reproductive organ with its normal function. In general, it is the healthy reproductive organs with its normal function. It includes emotional and social aspects of reproduction also. But according to World Health Organization, the term reproductive health refers to all different aspects of reproduction, that is physical, emotional, behavioral and social. So, a society consisting of people having healthy reproductive organs, they are behaving very normally, that is emotional, behavioral interaction with others members of the society in sex related aspects are healthy, then that society is considered to be a reproductively healthy society. So when it will be called a society consisting of members having healthy reproductive organs, they are behaving very normally, that is their emotional, behavioral interaction with others members in sex related aspects are healthy, then that society is considered to be a reproductively healthy society. So this is the definition for reproductive health according to World Health Organization. The term refers to all different aspects of reproduction. It is physical, emotional, behavioral and social aspects. So, to create a reproductively healthy society, India is the first country in the world to initiate action plans and program at a national level. India was amongst the first countries in the world to initiate action plan and programs at a national level to create a reproductively healthy society. And all these programs are being modified after certain years. So in 1951, Indian government initiated family planning and later on the programs are modified. Now it is called as RCH program. The full form of RCH is reproductive and child health care, and this program has certain objectives. What are the objectives of this program? First one is to create awareness among the people about various reproduction related aspect. First we have to create awareness among the people. For example, population explosion. In India, population explosion is very high. So what are the disadvantages the families will undergo because of population explosion. So this way awareness should be created among the people about various reproduction related aspect. Second objective is to provide facilities and support to build a reproductively healthy society. After creating awareness for the people to follow it, government should provide facilities and support so that we can create a reproductively healthy society. So RCH program has two objectives. One is creating awareness among the people about the various reproduction related aspect. Second one is providing facilities and support for the people to build a reproductively healthy society. Then what are the strategies we are using? First strategy is both governmental as well as the non-governmental organizations are creating awareness among the people by using either audiovisual aids or media to reach the people. Second one is introduction of health education in schools. So for example, even in our school we have sex education, but the name is called as AEP classes, Adolescent Education Program. So under this, right information is provided to the young generation and discouraging the children to believe the myth and misconception about sex related aspect. So both the governmental as well as the non-governmental agencies are involved to create awareness among the people. They are either using the media or they are using audiovisual aids. And then sex education is being introduced in the schools to give correct information to the young generation and discourage the children from believing the myth and misconception about the sex related aspects and right information about the reproductive organ. And then what changes adolescents will undergo: physical, psychological and hormonal changes that an adolescent child will undergo. Then about the sexually transmitted diseases. What is the cause for it? How it spread from one person to another person, so that the children will know how it spreads and they will protect themselves from the sexually transmitted diseases. Then educating especially the young couple, those who are in the marriageable age, about the available birth control measure and how to take care of a pregnant woman, prenatal care and postnatal care of mother and child. Then about the importance of breastfeeding. So we have to educate the fertile couple, young couple, so that they will be understanding how to take care of the pregnant woman, prenatal care, postnatal care and then importance of breastfeeding. In your previous chapter, you have studied the milk secreted during the initial period of lactation is called colostrum, and this colostrum is rich in antibodies, so that protect the infant from the various type of infectious diseases. So these are the things we have to inform the young couple so that they can create a healthy generations. Then equal opportunities should be provided both for male and female child. That is, sensitization about gender should be done. We have to discourage gender discrimination and then awareness of the problem due to uncontrolled population growth. Then what are the social evils going on in the present society? Sex abuse. So that should be inform to the children so that they will be creating a healthy society. Then Indian government has banned a technique called as amniocentesis. Why government has banned amniocentesis for sex determination? Because amniocentesis is a prenatal technology in which the amniotic fluid, you know that inside the womb a fluid is present that is called as amniotic fluid. So with the help of a special type of needle and syringe, this fluid is taken up and it is cultured in a medium. This fluid has fetal cell and that cells are analyzed. What for it is done? To find out whether the fetus is having any type of genetic or chromosomal disorder, because these disorders cannot be cured after birth. So if that is the case, it can be eliminated during the first trimester. But people are misusing this technique to find out the sex of the fetus. And if it is found to be a female, they want to eliminate it. So it is a very important question. What is amniocentesis? Why it is banned in India for sex determination? Because amniocentesis is a prenatal technology. So here what is done? The fluid from the womb is taken and it is cultured in a medium. This fluid has fetal cell and that cells are subjected to genetic and chromosomal analysis. The purpose of the technique is to find out whether the fetus is having any type of genetic or chromosomal disorder. But people are misusing the technique to find out the sex of the fetus and that it leads to female feticide. So this techniques for sex determination is banned in India. So these are the strategies Indian government is using. Next one is about population growth. In the world, if you take the world as a whole, around 2 billion is the population in the year 1990. In 1990, human population is of 2 billion. But in 2011, it has been increased to 7.2 billion. Similarly, population of India is 350 billion at the time of our independence and it reached 1.2 billion in 2011. So what are all the reasons for this explosion? First reason is decrease in death rate. There is a decline in the rate of death. Similarly, maternal mortality rate, infant mortality rate has also been declined because of advancement in medical technologies. Then increase in the number of people at the reproductive age group. So in a population, pre-reproductive age group, reproductive age group and post-reproductive age group are present. So in India, the reproductive age group population is higher. So in India, mainly population explosion is because of decrease in death rate, decrease in maternal mortality, infant mortality because of advancement in medical science. Another one is reproductive age group population is higher. Now, to control this population, government has taken certain initiative. One is to motivate smaller family norms. So, showing the advantages of smaller family norms. Advertisements are given in the media. For example, Chota Parivar, Sukhi Parivar. Then Hum Do, Amare Do. So, these type of advertisements are coming in the media to encourage the people to follow the small family norm. Another thing is raising the marriageable age of female to 18 years and male to 21 years. then government is also providing incentive to the couple, those who are following small family norms. So to control population growth, certain steps have been initiated by our government. One is motivating the people to follow small family. Now, what are the advantages the small families are enjoying? Then to motivate the people, advertisements are given, slogans are coming. Then the marriageable age of a female is raised to 18 years, male to 21 years. Then incentives are given to the couple, those who are following the small family norms. Now, to control the population, contraceptives or birth control measures are being used. So, what are all the characteristic features of an ideal contraceptive? An ideal contraceptive should be user friendly. It should be easily used by the population. It should be easily available, and it should be reversible with no or less side effect. For example, if a couple want to give space between the children, so they are using a contraceptive method. But when they want to have a child, that time when they are stopping it, it should be reversible with less or no side effect. And it should not interfere with the normal sexual desire of a person. So birth control measures people are using to control the population explosion, but 4 characteristic features should be there for an ideal contraceptive. One is it should be of user friendly, easily available, reversible with less or no side effect. It should not interfere with the normal sexual desire of a person. Now, what are the contraceptive methods available? First method is called as natural method or traditional method. Second is a barrier method. Here a physical barrier prevents the meeting of the sperm and the ovum. Third one is IUD or intrauterine devices. Fourth is of oral contraceptive pills. Fifth is injectables, implants, emergency contraceptive, and then comes surgical method. So surgical method is irreversible. Once done, it cannot be reverted back. So in today's class, you have studied about what is reproductive health, what are the strategies adapted by Government of India, and then about RCH program, its objectives, different strategies, population explosion, reason for population explosion,